So thanks for joining us today, Bill. Tell us about UPA Technology. I know you guys have been around for a long time. Tell us what you do and what you provide to the finishing industry.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Yeah, UPA has been around, as you mentioned, for a long time, since 1992. And we basically do one thing. We specialize in coating thickness measurement. So
Mm.
now that takes a lot of different forms for
Mm.
us. So we work a lot with platers, is one example.
Mm-hmm.
And when we deal with platers, they think we're the plating thickness specialists. And so we have instruments. We sell X-rays, for example. We sell obviously our Dermitron products, which are phase sensitive eddy current, magnetic induction instruments, and we also do beta backscatter. So that's we're known for that certainly in the industry, and we deal with folks all the way from mom and pop shops all the way up through international companies. So every size. We also do lubricant thickness testing. So when we're in that space, people kind of know us as the lube thickness company. So measuring the thickness of lubrication on mainly in the stamping industry. So work a lot with Big Auto there, as well as toll processors in the mills. Manufacturing aluminum and steel. Right. We also, people also know us as the folks who do basically adhesive on glass thickness. So our beta backscatter instruments measure the thickness of that. So a lot of the major glass suppliers to primarily the auto industry also work with us. So in a nutshell, those are kind of the industries we cover. But we in addition to manufacturing our own products, we distribute products, several other products out there into the market. We also manufacture coating thickness measurement standards. So whether that be for X-rays, eddy currents, beta backscatter, we are A2LA accredited for ISO 17025 for all of these items. And we do also a fair amount of repairs. So we have our shop, we do repairs both field and in the shop. And we do certifications, instrument certifications and standard certifications. Gotcha. So we, but everything that we do, all of those things relate to support for folks wanting to know what the coating thickness they have is. So that's what we do.
And I'm going to assume this is a lot when they're doing projects, these facilities and shops. They're checking for specification, right? They're checking for quality. They're checking for a lot of things where they absolutely have to have a precise measurement. They have to know what it is they're doing. They, like you said, whether it's for a specification for that customer. And like I said, this technology is very precise, isn't it? I'm sure.
It's very precise. All of these methodologies are very precise. The key is making sure that we align the application that somebody is trying to measure with the right solution. Right. So we may, we often characterize ourselves as problem solvers, and that we'll get folks who say, we're trying to measure such and so, a specific application. This is our coating, this is our substrate. We have no idea how to do that. How can you get us to a point where we can actually accurately and consistently measure this application? Because we have, folks at the other end, our customers require us to demonstrate the ability to do that. And so, again, a lot of what we do is just problem solving, because not every application, not every one of our solutions or instruments is right for every application. And so it may be, eddy current for one particular application. It may be beta backscatter for another. It may be X-ray, whatever the case may be. And part of our role is to work with folks to say, okay, you have a problem, if you will. Let us help you solve that problem.
Gotcha. Yeah. And let's talk about this new product, Dermitron EM. And I think all the stuff that we were talking about as being very precise and technology driven, you all have kind of gone out of your way to make it easy for these shops and facilities to use this equipment. So let's talk about the Dermitron EM. I know you just released it. Let's talk about the features of this product and what it does.
Sure, yeah, and we've been playing in the space, the eddy current space, for a long time with the D3000, Dermitron D3000, which is a benchtop unit. I don't know, about a year and a half ago or so, we decided, we're getting more demand, more questions about handheld options for the phase-sensitive eddy current. And so we basically totally re-engineered the product, and have moved from that historically very solid, rugged product that served us well for many years to the new Dermitron EM. And that essentially is going to have two basic platforms. One is the handheld, which is the one that we have, ready to be on the market now. And that again, the idea of having a handheld, and it's a rugged device. Essentially, we've engineered it. Last year we re-engineered our beta backscatter instrument, handheld instrument, and so we're essentially using the same case and platform. So it's ruggedized. It's meant to be used in a industrial setting. It can be carried to and from the line. So users can basically walk it to the line and then walk it back to the quality lab with no issues. It's not the big case that we're accustomed to with the D3000, and again, which has served the market very well for many years. But again, to be able to put this in a smaller handheld case is a huge feature that our customers are looking for. Quite frankly, they've wanted a handheld solution for a long time. We've made it very easy to calibrate. So the calibration process is, as long as the customer has the correct standards, the calibration process is easy. It's very menu driven, can be done by non-technicians without any issues. And then the measurement process, once the calibrations are installed, is just very, very quick and simple. It's basically, putting the probe on the sample, on the item that they're trying to measure, pressing a button, and you've got the results instantly. It's very quick and easy. This also has, we have the ability to have basically USB, a flash drive, so that things can be stored on that flash drive. And for the first time, we've also added a Bluetooth feature as well, so there can be connection to Bluetooth. So it's for us, it's a very big step forward in terms of the technology. All of the electronics are totally up to date. We used to, our D3000, it would take us 3 to 4 weeks to build these instruments. And they were all the boards were hand loaded, soldered, everything in our shop. And now we've gone to a whole new system. Essentially, it takes a much shorter time to build these, and it's much more modular, and that's going to serve us well, and it's going to serve our customers well. The other thing that I think that's important as well is we still have customers that are interested in benchtop units as well. And so probably within the next couple of months, we will also be introducing a benchtop version of the new Dermitron. And in fact, everything is done there. We're just waiting on some of the parts to be finalized, and so that we can begin building these. And essentially, we're talking about a keypad membrane is all we're really waiting for at this point. That's being fashioned. But again, these are both significant steps forward in a space that we've occupied for a long time. And again, the opportunity to bring this to market, particularly the handheld option, for
Right.
us is very exciting, and
Right.
we're looking forward to seeing how we
Mhm.
can help folks meet their needs.
Yeah, I was going to say when you mentioned electronics, with the new electronics and Bluetooth and those type of things, I guess it also gives people the ability to do some paperless recording of their data, right? Not having to write things down all the time, and collecting the data correctly, knowing when the measurement was taken, and all these things. I'm sure it has some great benefits in that regard as well, right?
Absolutely, and that's something we just couldn't do with the previous model.
Hmm.
It just was not an option when that was originally designed, years ago. And again, so with the between the flash drive data storage option as well as the Bluetooth, those are new, very attractive options. The other thing that we've done, and we did this initially for the beta backscatter, the microderm CMS, but we've carried it over into this redesign, is that the batteries there's no longer an external charger. Essentially,
Mm.
the batteries there's a battery pack connected to the instrument, and so you just plug the instrument in to recharge the batteries. So, we for many years had an external charger, a charging
Hmm.
system, and while it was effective, it was sometimes inconvenient. And
Hmm.
now everything is self-contained. And again, that's
Right.
another feature that we think is going to be very attractive. You don't have to keep track of where the charger is and making sure it gets seated right in the
Hmm.
charger and all those kind of fun things. So yeah, we're excited about this, and we think it's going to be a step forward for us and for our customers.
Right, right. When you talk about benefits for the facilities, the shops, I'm sure that as you see, a lot more shops are working on workforce development. They're bringing in new people to fill the. It seems like this is a technology that is fairly simple to teach somebody to use, right? To care for it. Those are always things that. Could be problems if it needs a lot of care and maintenance of those type of things, but it seems like there's a tremendous amount of benefits for the shops who can really train their employees to use this, whoever they need to use this to get the recordings.
Absolutely, and that's one of the features that we really were focused on because we see folks. We want to make sure that this can be used by folks who aren't technicians,
Mm,
uh,
right.
and so the actual operation of these instruments truly is press a button. Uh, put the probe on the sample, press a
Mm,
button, and get a result.
right.
That easy. The key is in all of this is making sure that the right standards are being used and the right calibrations are being installed, which are also very easy to do. And literally, we could teach somebody in less than 10 minutes how to install calibration.
Mm,
So, and once the calibrations are installed, then from there it's a very easy process. And again, we want to make sure we always have it in mind because we're out in shops a lot, and we know that we have you know turnover in personnel and issues of retraining, uh, you know new orientation for newer
mhm,
employees, and many of those employees are not technically oriented, at this
right.
point. And so, how can we make it as easy as possible for both the employee and the employer to make sure that they can use the instruments that we're providing?
Right, right. Well, I think, like I said, this product checks all the boxes of accuracy. It's fast. Like I said, you've got very good performance with it, and it is very user friendly with that.
Right.
Sounds like as you all have been developing this, that you're kind of listening to what the shops are telling you, what they would like in this, and also making sure knowing what their customers are going to expect from them as far as measurements and meeting these specifications. So it sounds like you all are having many conversations with people, your the shops, and also those shops as customers about what it is that they're going to be asking those shops to do as far as uh, you know taking a quality specification, making sure it's the measurements correct and everything. So it seems like you all are constantly doing that, is having these conversations with both the users and then the people who are going to ask these shops to use this sometimes.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we have our primary customers are quality departments. You
Hmm.
know, that those are the folks that we have not exclusive, but most of our interactions with. And those folks have certain demands on them from their
Hmm.
customers and from the companies that we're working with, to provide the data that's necessary to basically validate what they're doing. And so we hear from those people on a regular basis because, as I mentioned, in addition to selling these instruments, we're also certify them on an annual basis for most of our customers and work with them on standards and other things. So we have constant dialogue with the people in the field. And again, the reason we did this, in addition to just wanting to update from an electronics perspective and from an ease of build perspective, from for us, and a improve the quality of the product perspective. We wanted to meet what our customers were asking for, and what they were asking for is, can you provide us the same level of accuracy and repeatability that we've had for years with the benchtop, the D3000, in a handheld case? And can you
Mm.
make it easier? Can you make the menu system easier and more up to date so that the calibration process is easier,
Mm.
and the usability is that much better? And so, we were hearing this from the people that we work with every day, and and so we responded, and it's going to be something, I think, it's going to be great for our customers and for us, and for the market. We're looking forward to putting these out there in the field, and having people be able to use them and
Hmm.
benefit from the improvements we've made.
Right. Yeah. I guess you get some of these requests easier said than done, but it looks like you guys have been able to pull it off. And Bill, I appreciate you taking time out and explaining this technology to people who may not know that they need it, first of all. But like I said, it's something that's probably within their grasp now, especially since you've made it very user friendly, you made it portable, and you've still got that great performance and accuracy with that. So appreciate you taking time out, and we'll definitely talk about some more of your products in the future. Thank you
That
very
sounds
much.
good. I appreciate it, Tim.